Hi guys, this is Mary. You're watching Cardz TV. Today we're going to do sketch number 3 for the Cardz TV Card Kit and Kaboodle series that I've been doing. I've designed another sketch, and this one I made a little bit simpler than the last one, which had so many pieces on the front. Now this one will have a white card base. Then we'll have a mat, which is 4 by 5 1/4. We'll have a mat right up here, which will be 1 5/8 by 3 3/4. One down here, which is 3 3/8 by 3 3/4. And then this, I've got a rectangle, but you can use a circle, a square, an oval, whatever you'd like. Or you can just do this for your image and not even put a mat. It's entirely up to you. This sketch is just to give you some ideas on how to put your card together. But I'm using a mat that I cut using elegant edges today. So I'll go ahead and tell you when we get to that part what size that is. But you can see I've got all the dimensions on here for you on the sketch. And just like with sketch 1 and 2, you can find this at my blog. That's cardstv.blogspot.com. And just go over there, download it to your computer, and then you can print this out and have it to make your card kits. Now I've got 4 kits today using this sketch. We're going to put one together today, and then over the next few days, I'm going to go ahead and do videos putting together the other 3 kits to give you some ideas on what to put in your kit. But if you don't want to go ahead and put them together, they're kits, so just put them away with the sketch, and when you're ready and need a card, you've got one in minutes. You just go ahead and put it together because you cut out all your pieces, your image, everything. And I go ahead and cut out a bunch of banners for mine, and I've stamped some, and others I'll just leave blank and stamp them when I know what the occasion is for my card. So I'm going to go ahead, get out this first kit, and we're going to put this one together. Now we're going to use this first kit to make a St. Patrick's Day card. I'm using Elegant Edges, Teddy Bear Parade. I'm going to be using this sketch, of course, and my kit. And for our sentiment, we're going to use the Cardz TV St. Patrick's Day stamp set. And we'll be using Lucky Leprechaun. And then for the inside of the card, we're going to use this Irish saying, if you're lucky enough to be Irish, then you're lucky enough. Irish saying. And under that, I've got Happy St. Patrick's Day. So let me go ahead and get the pieces out of the kit, and we'll get this put together real quickly. Now I've got my envelope inside. I've got my card base, and this is white. It's 4 1/4 by 5 1/2 when folded. And here are all my pieces, and I've gone ahead and stamped the inside just to save time in today's video. And you can see it's got that Irish saying and Happy St. Patrick's Day. Now, here are the pieces. Just like on the sketch, we've got our card base. Then the black layer is 4 by 5 1/4. I'm going to go ahead and add this to my card. Now we're ready to add our next 2 mats. And looking right here, we need one that's 1 5/8 by 3 3/4. So I use this white background, and it's got green clovers on it. That's going to go right up here. And you can see these pieces are small enough you can just use scraps like I have. And then down here, we're going to add another pattern piece that matches really well. And this is 3 3/8 by 3 3/4. I'll go ahead and get these attached with my ATG gun. And then I'll come back and I'll tell you all about these mats and this cute little teddy bear leprechaun. Our card base is all ready. Now, if you were going to use the rectangle in the sketch, you would cut your large rectangle at 2 5/8 by 3 1/2, and your small rectangle at 2 3/8 by 3 1/4. But I used elegant edges, and I've cut a black shadow and a white matte, and I found that on page 51, and I hit shift and oblong and cut the white shadow, or excuse me, the oblong, and then shift and shadow for the black shadow. And I cut this at 3 1/2 inches. I'll go ahead and get this adhered together, and I think I'm going to pop this up on some foam tape and get this adhered to the front. I forgot to tell you, I ran this white mat through my Cuttlebug Swiss Dots embossing folder to give it some added dimension. I really like that. Now we're ready to put our little leprechaun bear on here, and I've got him on some foam tape, and I don't know if you can see it, but I took my Wink of Stella and went over the little buckle on his hat, and this is just a clear Wink of Stella, and it added just a little bit of sparkle and shine, and we're going to add him right here. He is so cute. Oh my goodness. Now you'll find him in the Teddy Bear Parade cartridge. That's a Cricut Light cartridge. And he's in the first column, and if you come up to the third cut from the bottom, here he is. Now first you want to cut out your teddy bear and get all his pieces on, and I cut him out at 3 inches and put my bear together. Then I came down here for his little leprechaun suit and hat. Now I did not cut the little pot of gold that this one's holding. It'll go ahead and cut that out, but I just didn't want to add it to my little leprechaun bear. But you can see here's his little yellow suit or gold that's showing right through there. The next layer is his hat and the lapels on his jacket and the green that goes on top of the yellow suit. Then here's his jacket, and then this layer cuts his bow tie, his shoes, the hat band. I think that's everything, and that pot of gold. Oh, and the button. And you can use it if you want to, and it's supposed to go right there in his little hand, as you can see. And I just think he's adorable. So I'm going to take the backing off the foam tape and add that right there. And then for the sentiment, I just reached in my little bag of banners and pulled one out, and I stamped it with some Memento Tuxedo black ink and stamped Lucky Leprechaun from the Cardz TV St. Patrick's Day stamp set. I'm going to add that right there. And then because he's got a sparkly buckle on his hat, I'm going to take some of these sparkly enamel dots that I got at Hobby Lobby. These are from the Paper Studio. And I'm going to take a medium and a small. So instead of the pot of gold, I'm just using some gold glittery enamel dots, and I'm going to put them right there. Here's my little St. Patrick's Day card all adhered down, and I've got my glittery enamel dots on there and my cute little leprechaun bear, and he's got that shiny buckle on the top of his hat. We've got Lucky Leprechaun. If you're lucky enough to be Irish, then you're lucky enough. Irish saying, Happy St. Patrick's Day. I love that. I love the green and the black and the white with the little touch of glitter. And this was made using sketch number 3. It's all ready to go in the envelope and go out in the mail. Now, I'm going to give you a sneak peek because I'm going to be back tomorrow, and I'm going to show you how this little card using this sketch is going to get turned into an Easter/birthday card for my little granddaughter. And I'll give you a sneak peek in here. There you go. There's your sneak peek. But I'll be back tomorrow and we'll put that one together. So there we go, guys. I hope you're enjoying this series, using these sketches and making these kits. I'm having a great time, and I hope you are too. And I will see you back here tomorrow for another card. Bye now.